Like, it changed my input on gangbanging. Like, I'm from Hoover, I'm still from Hoover. I'm always gonna be from over there. That's where I was born at, raised at, grew up at. Like, I can't change that. But what made me look at gangbanging different, I'm like, damn, how many years am I gonna be faithful to this shit and be out here doing so much shit for this gang and I ain't gonna get nothing back? Like, it's like you start thinking like, damn, I'm being used. Like, I'm out here doing all this, nigga. I'm out here doing, like if I would have spent all these years in school, nigga, I'd be a brain surgeon or something.
Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
All that and then some until the end come, hit these YouTube streets, find a corner and bend one and pull up on the Jamaican homies and see what the bummer clot talk about the gangsta fall in Jamaica. Me know all the time I thought about it, think I've been told and taught that the Jamaican gangster, especially in Kingston, run the politician and everything, police and all that. But they say it's a fall of it. Maybe they're more sophisticated now. Me don't know, man. But we're going to check him out. With no further ado, let's see what them say, them Jamaican gangsta been up to.
Overnight, 6 people are in the hospital today after a shooting in Northwest Philadelphia. This is the scene on the 5100 block of Germantown Avenue in the city's Germantown neighborhood. Police tell us all 6 victims are between the ages of 19 and 29. 5 men who were shot are now in stable condition, but a 21-year-old woman who was shot is critically injured.
The crime scene is very extensive. We found over 65 spent shell casings. It's a lot of shots. So we know over 65 shots were fired from clearly at least 2 separate caliber semi-automatic weapons.
So far, police have not made any arrests in this shooting.
They called her Moisha Madine, a quiet girl once seen walking.
My bad, man. It's the rise and fall of Jamaica's notorious gangster queen. Man, she the whole title, man. Me apologize for not saying the whole thing perfectly properly, man. Bumbleclaw.
The halls of St. Jago High School in Jamaica, but years later, her name would make headlines in Philadelphia. 11 gunshots, 1 ambush, and the mystery that stretches from the streets of Spanish Town to the heart of America's East Coast. What could turn a once bright student into an alleged killer? And what really happened the night she died? When word broke that Moisha had been gunned down in Philadelphia,
I ain't never heard of the name Moisha outside of the Brandy show. Oh, my mama. I wonder if she was named after her. The way people in our culture and generations, depending on her age, I wouldn't be surprised. Couldn't afford her cars. She named her daughter Alexis, Mercedes. We got plenty of them. Probably kids called Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Prada. I just ain't up on it. Probably, well, we know it's Chanel's, but it's probably Chanel's inspired behind the 2 C's.
the story spread fast, especially back in Jamaica. Social media lit up with rumors. Some said she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Others claimed she was deeply tied to one of Jamaica's most feared criminal organizations, the One Order Gang. Those who knew her say she wasn't the same after leaving the island. Whispers followed her about the company she kept, the people she met, and the things she might have done to survive. But what no one expected was just how far her past would follow her. To understand her death, you first have to understand who she was running with, the One Order Gang. Born out of the blood-soaked streets in Spanish Town, Jamaica, their reach stretches far beyond the island into the US, Canada, and the UK.
We go on to other news. A reputed member of the Spanish Town-based One Order Gang, who has been on the run for over a year, was captured at an apartment complex in St. Andrew. According to the police, he's wanted for murder and a string of shootings in St. Catherine. More in this report.
26-year-old Kevon McCollum of Beacon Hill in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, had been on the run for nearly 2 years. His freedom, however, was cut short following a high-level police operation on Wednesday.
He is a reputed member of the Black Man faction of the One Order Gang. Now, it was our intention to take him in, to apprehend him and place him before the court. I believe that that operation was successful. We were able to do so with a great deal of precision. Our target was acquired, no shots were fired, no injuries were sustained, and there were no fatalities.
Mr. McCollum landed himself on the country's most wanted list following a series of shootings in St. Catherine.
He was wanted in connection with a shooting incident in February of this year, also in Spanish Town. So he was someone who was on the police's radar. He was somebody that our intelligence or capabilities were building on, and we were successful in identifying where he was and to be able to extract him and apprehend him.
According to the police, a female and a taxi driver were also apprehended. A motor vehicle was also seized. Senior communications strategist at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Dennis Brooks, gave this response when asked whether the accused or the other two persons now in custody will be charged.
The investigation is in its early stages, but as you would imagine, the case against him would have been prepared, which is why he would have been elevated to the point of being wanted. So as a wanted person, there would have been case file being prepared. So in short order, I would imagine that charges would be laid.
Violence, extortion, drug routes, and a rivalry with the Klansman gang that has left entire neighborhoods scarred by gunfire.
Police in Jamaica have captured dozens of members of one of the top 5 criminal organizations on the island. They're linked to several murders and shootings, and members of security forces conducted a major operation in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, in search of members of the Klansman gang on Thursday. And in addition to several gang members being arrested, another who challenged police was fatally shot. Illegal firearms, along with a motor vehicle, cash, luxury items, and designer clothing valued at about $3 million were seized.
Today's operation culminated a 9-month-long.
He looked like a dirty gangster politician, Hotel Rwanda type motherfucker.
Investigation led by the counterterrorism and all.
Every time they say investigation, it sounds like a dirty investigation. That's what they said. Investigation. It sounds like they sweeping something up under the rug, like drugs or taking money from a thug or a plug.
Organized crime branch, CTOC, which resulted in a series of arrests over the period. To date, 31 members of the gangs have been taken into custody. These persons arrested are being held for several offenses, which include murders and shootings. This particular investigation focused on the section of the gang under the direction of the incarcerated leader, Tesha Miller. Our investigation has linked the Clans gang to at least 800 murders since 2014. In 2018, gangs accounted for 80% of the murders committed within our country. This year, it accounted.
That's a gang of bodies on my mama. Ooh, y'all late trying to clean this up.
For 67% of the murder recorded. It is evident that our anti-gang strategy is working. And I believe that we will continue this effort, and step by step, we will ensure that Jamaica is safer.
Deputy Commissioner Fitz Bailey said the authorities are determined to dismantle the gang, which is operating in several other parishes.
Police describe them as a criminal network with political connections, but locals describe them as something darker, a system of fear that never dies, even when its leaders do. And when their leader, Thigman Loban, was killed in January 2025, it set off a wave of chaos, police raids, reprisal killings, and whispers that One Order's members abroad were being hunted down one by one. It happened late, around 11:30 p.m. on the 5100 block of Germantown Avenue. A white work van pulled up, 6 men jumped out, and in seconds, over 80 shots filled the air. Neighbors described it as a war zone. Bullets shattered car windows, tore
After he said 800 bodies, 80 shots don't even sound like amazing. 80 sound like such a small number compared to 800, but bless the dead. No, I'm not trying to take it light.
Through storefronts and sent bystanders diving for cover. When the gunfire stopped, police found a young woman, just 21 years old, riddled with bullets. They rushed her to Temple University Hospital, fighting to keep her alive. Her name was Moisha Madine.
A hail of bullets flying through a Germantown neighborhood just before 11:30 last night. Police say around 87 shots were fired, sending 6 people to the hospital, including a 21-year-old woman shot several times in the chest and torso, leaving her in critical condition. 5 men ranging from 19 to 29 years old in stable condition. The gunfire was exchanged at the corner of Germantown Avenue and Collins Street. Police say a group of people were standing at the corner when this white van pulled up and 6 people got out, shooting at the group on the corner. Several members of the group returned fire. The initial shooters got back in the van, which was last seen traveling westbound on Germantown Avenue, with a rack on the roof and distinctive graffiti.
Investigators believe she was the intended target, but with 65 shell casings on the ground, even the police couldn't be sure. Some said it was a random act of gang violence. Others believed it was something more deliberate, a message, a warning. The shooters never spoke. The van vanished, but the graffiti on its side, a single distinctive tag, will become the key to everything. Sources claim Moisha wasn't just an associate of one order. She was an enforcer. In Philadelphia, she allegedly moved with other Jamaican expatriates tied to the gang, helping run operations, carrying out hits, and even driving the getaway car in a killing caught on camera months earlier.
Yeah, that sounds like a little war zone. But it's crazy growing up. Swear to God, ask anybody raised in Compton or South Central. We used to hear that shit routinely, and AK was like the most popular weapon, so we used to hear motherfuckers letting off. Sometimes you wake up and realize the cross-street house from your house was full of holes and smoke. Rest in peace to my great auntie, Aunt Buttercup. She was in V&G Hood. Family was some 40s. Older lady, my auntie A, moved into the V&G Hood. Her sons were some 40s. They wasn't really tripping no more, but they came and helped her move in throughout the couple weeks with their homies, a lot of blue LA hats and coming in and out just on some positivity. She not knowing no better. The day she gets settled in, put a blue light on the porch, all hell broke loose. I remember one night, rest in peace to my nigga Curtis. I think Poo Poo passed too. I don't want to put that on Poo Poo or KK, but it was some on Chester in the South Side when we was young. Right directly across the street, it was a family, some young niggas that all grew up to be from South Side. Rest in peace, Dirter too, because I knew from Dirter from back then. But I remember one night, boy, they came and shot that house up something V-nicious. Oh, my mama.
To some, she was fearless. To others, reckless. Either way, she had power and enemies. When Thigman Loban was taken out in Jamaica, the balance shifted. Leaders abroad started looking over their shoulders. And by the time Moisha's name appeared on the list, it might have
like Al Bundy.
already been too late.
Up first this evening, a 48-hour curfew is now in effect in sections of Eldersley Gardens and Tallspen Meadows in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. This amidst unrest following the fatal shooting of the alleged leader of the One Order gang, Thigman Loban, otherwise called Thigman.
At least 4 people have been taken into custody in connection with mounting roadblocks. The security forces have been working to maintain calm and prevent reprisal attacks.
Amoy Harriet begins our coverage of the mayhem linked to the incident.
Police and military swarmed the usually busy streets of Spanish Town in St. Catherine Thursday morning to prevent more situations like this. It's believed thugs firebombed this business place on Young Street. They also erected roadblocks, another sign that things were heating up following the fatal shooting of a...
Yeah, me must say I done heard, I didn't mean to tell on the situation, but me heard about them gangsters in Jamaica. I thought I heard the title, but I had them wrong. I thought it said the rise and fall of them gangsters in general. They talking about one queen, rest in peace, bless her soul. Oh, me mara.
Alleged leader of the One Order gang, Thigman Loban, otherwise called Thigman. TVJ News understands that Mr. Loban was shot and killed by members of the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force at 6 miles in St. Andrews sometime after 10 o'clock Wednesday night. It's alleged that the police intercepted his vehicle, after which a shootout ensued.
He was one of the main targets for the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force, based on his involvement in various acts of criminality.
The fear now is that there will be reprisals. Tension is brewing, especially in the Tallspen Meadows community, as
Y'all thought we had a gangster situation out here in America. Well, I mean, with the blacks. There might be some other people pulling strings like this, but it ain't none like us. Oh, my mama.
residents had a strong reaction to the news of Mr. Loban's killing.
Persons, are upset. Persons are expressing themselves based on the relationship they had with Loban, who is, as I said before, was a leader in this era. It is very unfortunate. Last night we had a few incidents where the roads are blocked, attempt to burn a few premises, but we were quick on location to put some control on that.
And the security forces won't be going anywhere.
I would want to reassure all our commuters, residents within this space that we have things under control. We are not going to allow the kind of disorder that we have seen in Spanish Town over the years. We're going to be very much intolerant of this kind of behavior. Already, we have 4 persons in custody who were a part of blocking the road last night. We're going to be in these communities. The efforts will be relentless. We're not going to let up. Let's return this place into 80. It cannot work.
I love the way they say shit. Even when the police talk, that shit sound gangster. Oh, Bob, don't come here with no scared business to me. Y'all seen the last Noon Shine show at noon with Noonie Green live from the black box with the homie photo from PJ Watts? I told her he looked like the brand new ox. Oh, my mama, judging from the locks. Swear to God, I wasn't trying to rhyme all that. That shit just happened. That was hard. Oh, my mama, what I got right off top. I don't even know what this is. Let me see. No, that's that. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go.
Because that van, the one with the graffiti, wasn't new to the streets of Philadelphia. It had been seen weeks earlier, circling neighborhoods tied to Jamaican crews, waiting, watching. In the end, all that's left are questions. Was Moisha a victim of the same violence she once helped create? Or did she know the people who came for her that night? No arrest, no suspects, just a ghost story whispered in 2 countries. From the alleys of Spanish Town to
say it in that life she living, that's the way it's supposed to be. Rest in peace to the gangster.
the corners of Germantown Avenue. And the question that still lingers, who was she? Really? Alright y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of Moisha Madine, the enforcer for the One Order gang out of Jamaica. Hey man, get in that comment section, let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Yeah!
Let me tell you, you don't have the skills, son, to fuck with us down here. Let me just be blunt. You don't have that skill, okay? So play all fucking day long, because we got all night, all right? I promise you that. You don't have the skill to fuck with us down here.
I don't have a job, so I'll be here all
That's right.
day.
And how about your 12 grand that you put in the bank, or was put in the bank? Guess who's got it? We do.
You even know about that?
I don't know, tell me.
I don't think he does.
I don't think you do either.
Wasn't that possible? Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.